Yo, it's GeoHot. And for those that don't know, I'm getting sued by Sony.
Okay, so update on the news on the PS3 hacking scene and the reason why we haven't been putting videos out on it. I'm afraid.
Wow.
Sony's
Pox is afraid of Sony for the first time ever, because the first time ever, Sony's kind of their pants about what to do.
Yeah, so GeoHot put out the big jailbreak, him and Team Overflow, the one that cracks the whole system, breaks it completely.
They didn't crack it. They said every aspect of security on the PS3 is a major fail.
So Sony's trying to put the genie back in the bottle, and they just can't do it. They've got a
Pandora's box has been opened. The box of worms are out, and they're all over the ground. What do you do?
Well,
in Sony's mind, you sue everybody.
The scary part is it's working. They actually did get a court order that's forcing GeoHot and Team Overflow to take the stuff off their websites, and they're trying to get them to turn over all their computer equipment, all their laptops, desktops, anything that might have anything to do with the process of jailbreaking the PS3. And it's actually getting pretty far.
That's retarded. That's retarded because, first off, it's like all of the keys are already out there.
Yeah.
It's out in the open. It's out in the wild. They can't bring them back in. Secondly, if they're just willingly asking GeoHot, hey, can you give us your computer so we can take a look at it? GeoHot would probably say, yeah, sure. Just let me run this big old magnet over it first. Here you go.
You know what their answer is right now?
What?
There's talk of them doing serialized games. So you'll have a serial number with your games when you get them now to prevent people from running, backups that are illegal. And the biggest thing that has worked so far is just making sure that, the hacked or the jailbroken PS3s can't get online. So they put up updates and you can't get online unless you have the current version. So it's been a cat and mouse game. And it's going to be one forever because the keys are out.
This is a much bigger cat and mouse game, though. This is the cat and mouse game that happened with DVDs. And how did that end up?
Yeah, well, see, the cool thing, as with DVDs, the keys are out. DVDs are broken. They just simply cannot protect them anymore. And PSPs are that way now because the PS3 can sign PSP code. So people are just releasing signed code. So you can just flat out download an emulator and run it on any PSP. You don't have to hack the PSP
compile your own
all.
Code and sign it.
Yeah, so that's amazing. I don't think the PS3's that far along yet, although they said it is possible. I don't know, these lawsuits might be scaring people or motivating them more.
I could imagine that they would put out a new system, like you said, the licensing or the serial numbers for games, or even new encryption keys. But then for everybody with current games, they send it. What's that?
If you block it now, you'll have to block all the old games.
Exactly. So that's what I was trying to say is that so all the merchandise comes off the store shelves. Everything gets, kind of shut down for a bit. Everybody with existing games sends it into this, huge old approval and registration process to download it on the PSN store or get shipped new units. They basically have to grind the march of progress in this and start again, or pretend like they can actually contain it. How many torrents of it are out there?
Oh.
Private torrents, Tor, underground IRC channels, FNet, Usenet. It's all over the place.
It's on Gopher. Is Gopher still around?
It might be.
IRC.
Who knows what other methods that a lot of these underground hackers use for distributing files.
Anyways, if someone were to want to hack their PS3, it's very easy to Google, which is actually getting a little bit harder to do because apparently Google's starting to block certain things because of the IR the IRA and the MPAA, the whatever the music one and the movie one are, those two ones that sue everybody. Yeah.
You know,
they got
screw Google. Screw Google. Google is starting to go, in my opinion, the way of Yahoo.
Yeah, so apparently they got Google to start filtering search results for it, for piracy.
So even, Google's under pressure because it's a big, target now to actually conform to certain, governmental entities. Google searches are being SEO gamed pretty badly. And it's harder and harder, in my opinion, to find relevant information on Google. Through a Google search. And so I say that Google is very prime right now for a new entry in the search market or a new method, much like Google was with its page ranking algorithm versus Yahoo's static page, listing, whatever Yahoo used in the frickin' 90s.
Humans. They used humans. You'd enter in your website, you'd submit it to them, and humans would approve it and put it into a category.
So algorithms beat humans, so what beats algorithms? More humans.
Social. The belief is social. Facebook. They're thinking that might be the next big step for Facebook.
No.
Go into search.
There's one big hurdle to that has to be overcome, and that's privacy.
People don't care anymore.
I freak out when I go to Google and it's searching my contacts and what you posted.
You were freaking out when I said the idea that people can track their kids with their cell phones because of the GPS in them. And yet you go around posting wherever you're at all the time on Foursquare and Koala.
But I choose to do that. That is my own volition.
That's what I'm saying. That's how it would work. It would be, you let people do it themselves. They'd be the ones that post to entries and submissions and questions and everything to Facebook's search engine.
My point is that it's not that, but when you unknowingly go to Google and you type in a search and you've already signed into your Google account and it automatically says, hey, your search for this, your friend Hawks has this to offer. I feel a little uncomfortable with Google kind of telling me that. I know what my friends have. I know what my friends post. And if I want to search what my friends have, I already know what they posted, and I'll go search it through Facebook or tell Google explicitly to search Facebook. I don't know. It's just social-based search. Still scares me. And there's the fact that there are people who have a social circle and network like you, where you have a bazillion friends, but they're not really your friends. These are people you met like maybe once at a conference, maybe on the airplane. You're standing next to them at the John. And
no. I don't Twitter and tweet at the same time.
I was like, hey, you got an...
I'm going to edit that out.
Just saying that the level of what you're willing to accept into your social circle has very small barriers.
I've limited it to the people that I've actually met and talked to.
Once.
Yeah.
You don't know if you really want to have search results from the person that you met at a conference once. You could be typing a search and all of a sudden that person has explicit bestiality porn flooding your search results.
Well, then I need to unfollow you.
You shouldn't have been followed. They shouldn't have been in your friend circle to begin with.
All right, so this is way off topic. So new title of episode of paranoia and privacy concerns of major corporations.
No, but it started out as, God, how the hell did we start out?
just an update on the reason why we're not putting out PS3 hacking videos right now.
Yeah.
Because they're
The whole
suing everybody.
DMCAs and Sony kind of leveraging its strong arm and Google being pressured in that movement, and my comment saying screw Google. Something else new is going to pop up fairly soon.
Yeah. So I'm not like insanely afraid of them at the moment, but I've just been putting efforts on other projects instead of particularly going after those ones.
How about this? We do a live web show with, Justin TV.
There you go.
They can't really take down a live show.
They can take down the archive of it, but they can't take down the live one.
Yeah, but it's already been broadcast. People have already seen it. We could have flashed up on the screen the actual keys that they need.
Hey, there we go. That's what we should do. We should do a big live broadcast. Just like do a little teaser trailer, put it out there, and see if they try and shut it down. That would be funny.
Yeah, I mean, like, what are you supposed to do? You must take down your live web show. It is down. What are you going to do about it? Don't do it again?
So I'm probably only going to post this to YouTube, this crazy show. But post in the comments below if you want us to do this, and we'll make it happen. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this show.
End this rant.
Anyways, this is our update on the reason why we're not putting out PS3 videos. If you want to see some actual real content, go to our website at twosmartguys.com. Subscribe on iTunes, Zune, BoxyBox, wherever you can find Two Smart Guys. And search.
This is a two-line production. It's a two-line production. Oh, that's not the right word. This is two guys versus Gunshin. That's how a giant regular iPhone. 6 guys with a freedom. Anybody can do it.
Anybody can jailbreak their iPhone with green poison.
Yeah.
Can you say that?